Geigen, get up, it's an emergency! Ah, what? Is the house burning down? Are we all gonna die? Geigen, it's been nearly 3 or 4 months since you last made a Pink Cupcake podcast episode. You woke me up for that. I guess I have to make another one. Yeah, now. Wait, now? Really? Fine. But I have no ideas. What can I do for a... I've got an idea. The Once and Future King by T.H. White is by far the weirdest book I have ever read. Why is that, you ask? Well, you're about to find out, so buckle up, because this is one heck of a ride, alright? First of all, to start, this book is nearly 700 pages long, which is insanity. But not only that, it's split up into 4 different sections, and the most well-known of these sections is definitely The Sword and the Stone. That's the story about how that guy Arthur pulls the sword out, but guess what? There's about 25 chapters of story before that even happens that you never knew about. Like that time where these kids went and shot arrows for an entire day, and that's all that happened in the whole chapter. Or the thrilling adventures of when King Arthur turned into a fish with Merlin, and they swam around for an entire chapter, doing fish things, such as swimming, learning to swim, talking to other fish, and swimming. And of course, we cannot forget the thrilling duel scene between a failed king who spent his life in the woods hunting a mysterious animal and this one dude that showed up for 10 seconds in the first chapter and then never came back till now. And it's exciting. Here, let me give you a quick rundown of the banter that goes on, because it's hilarious. Hey, brother Godzilla, can you come in here and play the part of one of the guys? I am not a cheat. You are a cheat. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. No, I'm not. You surrendered. I did not. Yes, you did. I did not. And that's the first part of the chapter, and the second half of the chapter is just them running at each other and completely missing, and then they both end up unconscious because they're both completely incompetent. Ah! So I decided to read the back of this book to see if it's really, even that informational, but anyway, let's go ahead and check it out. Once upon a time, a young boy named... What? Excuse me? He was trained or tutored by a magician named Merlin in preparation for a future he couldn't possibly imagine. Yeah, a future where he turns into a fish and turns into a falcon and he has to sit in a pen and honestly, I have no idea what he learned from that, but it better have been something good, because I had to read 30 chapters of that. A future in which he would ally himself with the most incompetent knights, hate this weird woman who hasn't even showed up yet, and divide a country dedicated to, I guess, sleeping with dogs, because that's also a whole chapter of this book. A future that would see him crowned and known for all time as Fishman, King of the Fishes. During Fishman's reign, the kingdom of Fish Place was founded to cast enlightenment on the Shark Ages, while the Knights of the Fish Table embarked on many a fishy quest. But Fishlin foresaw the treachery that awaited his fishy king. The forbidden fish grill barbecue between Queen Fish and Lanza Fish. The wicked plots of Arthur's half-sister, More Fish, and the hatred she fostered in Mordred the Fishman that would bring an end to the fish's dreams for Fish Place and to the fish himself. I've read this book more than any other in my fishbree. Lev Fishman. Published by Penguin. And penguins eat fish. Honestly, this book is so weird. Like, there's not even any plot. It's just each chapter cuts to a different thing. It literally goes from this kid being introduced to suddenly they're picking hay to suddenly he's, like, lost in the woods going after this hawk that he was using to hunt. And then suddenly he's a fish and he meets Merlin and he becomes a hawk for whatever reason. And then he meets this king and it's just all over the place. Like, there's no plot, there's no consistent storyline, it makes no sense, nothing really ever happens, and you have to read very far into the book for anything even worth reading to happen, and that's why this book is one of the strangest books I've ever seen in my life. I've read part of it, and it's already weird. Alright, I just decided to skip ahead 450 pages into this book to see if anything of value happens, and I just happened to see this gem of a quote right here. If a boy steals sweets, and his parents punish him, he may be sorry and good afterwards, but that doesn't entitle him to steal more sweets, does it? Nor does it mean that he must be given sweets. God was not punished, letting the night knock me down. He was withholding the gift of fishiness and sweets, more tortoises, Jenny, where he had knocked me down, and I thanked him for the adventure of fishes, and that's the end of the story. Finally, it's over!